every single seam that I put down today I had to redo. A blob of sweater. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to a new sewing video. So you may or may not be aware, we are currently going through an energy crisis in Europe. It's pretty bad here in the Netherlands. We've all been trying to save on energy bills, which means turning down the heating. And one thing you should know about me is that I do not do well in the cold. I am a creature of warmth and sunshine. Give me 30-degree weather all the time, but cold, no. I need to bundle up. I need clothing that can be layered and layered and layered and layered and layered so that I can wear thermals underneath everything, top and bottom, and thick sweaters and just layers. I have this fabric right here. Dark brown, black, and like this mustard yellow. It's really pretty. It's a mid-weight, kind of thicker cotton, unless it's synthetic. I'm not actually 100% sure what material this is. There is something synthetic in it because it is stretchy sideways in one direction. So what I want to make out of this are these vintage 1940s overalls. And yes, I have used this pattern before, twice actually. I have made just the trousers, but I have never actually made the entire thing with the pinafore overalls, however you would like to call it. But I think this will be the perfect item to give me lots of layering options while still giving me waist definition. Because I want to stay warm, but I don't want to look like a blob of sweater. Also, one can never have enough checkered pants. I firmly believe in that. So the only thing is, I am not entirely sure. I don't really remember how much I have of this, and I might not have enough to do pants. If I don't have enough to do trousers, I will still use the bodice of these to do the top, and I will just make a skirt underneath. Actually, as I'm unfolding it here, I think I have plenty, so it should be fine. So this is Simplicity S8447, in case you're wondering. I'm really excited. I think this is something I could get a lot of wear out of, so let's get started straight away. Prep work is done. I did have enough fabric to make the trousers, which I'm very, very happy with. Just enough, by the way. There is barely any fabric left right now, but I do have trousers. So I did a little bit of the prep work here as well. The tops of this are stay stitched, and I have my darts in both of the front panels and both of the back panels, so I'm now ready to start attaching these together. I made a semi-conscious decision not to pattern match, because the pattern is fine enough. I think that it won't be too bothersome or noticeable if the pattern doesn't match up exactly. So I am now about to attach these pant legs together to create the base of the trousers, which is a fairly basic process. So I think I will get back to you once the pants are done and I move on to something a little bit more interesting. Hope you enjoyed that aesthetic footage of me sewing completely the wrong seam. What is this? This is not wearable anymore. Let's zoom in again. Alright, I have the better part of the trousers done. For some reason my head is just not in it today. Nearly every single seam that I put down today I had to redo because it was in the wrong place. But I'm here, we have it, they're looking good. Somehow miraculously I did manage to pattern match, which is fantastic. All of the lines are continuous all the way around, so that's fantastic. I have pockets right here, whoops, and I have the facing on the front The back facing, or kind of like the top of the button placket, I guess, is gonna go on later once my bodice is attached, because that is the next step. I'm gonna start working on the bodice, and this part I'm really excited about because that I haven't done before. So I have put darts in the front here already. It's gonna fit a little something like this. Oh, this is gonna be really fun. I cannot wait to start wearing this. So the next step is to attach this to the back bit. And then that is when it gets complicated, because then there is facings, straps, button plackets, interfacing, and just lots of layers. So I'm a little bit nervous about that, but I'm sure we'll make it through. First, let's just attach the front to the back, because that's simple enough, but I do need to make sure I do it on the right side, not the side where the buttons go. From here on out, at least today, I need to check everything I'm doing twice before I do it. I'm placing the top pocket onto the bodice, but this is a very challenging place to put it in. It's right at the edge of the dart. So you're trying to sew something 2D onto a 3D area, and it's a little bit awkward, and I hope if I sew this on I won't ruin the 3D-ness that was created with the dart. I've tried to check from the inside that there's nothing, wrinkled or anything, but I might have to play around with it a little bit more before I actually sew it on. I do think it's gonna look cute once it's on, so it might be worth it. The bodice is near completion. I must say, even though it's a lot more work, this is a much more elegantly finished pinafore bodice than the ones I tend to make, with just the straps kind of shoved into the back. Now everything is neatly hidden beneath a facing, and it looks really nice. So next step, I am to attach the waistband to this, or basically, this is the front and the back. Sandwich this between two layers of waistband, which are then going to be used to attach this whole thing to the trousers. We're nearly there, I'm very excited. This sounds like it should be simple enough to do, so let's keep going. The pants are attached to the bodice. Let me get those straps out of the way. There we go, we have a waistband. All there's left to do really is the whole button situation on the side, because it's all open now, and then probably buttons on the back to attach the straps and to cuff the bottom of the pants. But since the sun has gone down, I think I will save those jobs for tomorrow. So I'll see you then. I'm ready, let's do this. No more mistakes. I have my underlap here, which is gonna be my button thing, and that is gonna be attached to the entire side of my, I was gonna say jumpsuit, but it's technically a pinafore, to the entire unfinished side of my pinafore, and then it's gonna fold over on itself to create a little button placket, I guess. And that's where the buttons are going to be attached to. And I picked out the buttons that I'm going to use. I actually have this whole cylinder of buttons that I was able to buy at a really good price, so I have a bunch of these, and they actually fit perfectly with this fabric, and they are fairly neutral, so I think they will go very well with this project. Here we go, just a basic little button really cute. So I think I'm gonna use those all over the project, and that should be simple enough. I'm gonna let my machine do all the work when it comes to the button hole making, and I think the button attaching as well. The less I have to do by hand, the faster this will be finished. So, okay, I'm gonna attach this underlap first and go from there. It's done! I think it came out really cute, but I do have some thoughts and buts. First of all, I really wish I had tried it on sooner. This is the first time I actually have it on. I didn't do any test fittings throughout any part of this process, and I'm not sure why. I trusted the pants because I've made those before, but this bit I really should have tried it on because it is a little bit too long, and I know this. I know that I nearly always need to shorten the waists on patterns, but I for some reason just completely forgot about that. Yeah, I did need to shorten the bodice a bit. It's just a little bit too long and wrinkly here, just a tiny bit. It does give me more range of movement, which is nice, but when I'm just kind of casually standing, there's a little bit of excess fabric here that could have just been tucked into the waistband if I had caught that sooner. I could just pull the straps up, or like shorten the straps a little bit, lower these buttons, but that does raise the darts as well and makes them no longer sit where they're supposed to sit. It's also not really helping with the gaping of the buttons here, or like the spaces in between the buttons, because they are tight, but not when I'm standing straight and there's all this extra fabric that's just kind of bunching up. But those are minor things. Other than that, I think it is adorable. Oh, one more thing though, one more complaint I do have is this. There is a tiny little bit of gaping at this straight neckline, which nearly always happens with straight necklines like this. I'm not sure why I did stay stitch around this bit, but maybe it's just because the fabric is stretchy in this direction and it just happens. It's not traumatic, luckily, so it's not super noticeable. I know it's there and it does bother me a little bit. Other than that, I love it. I absolutely love the cut of this bodice. I think it's really cute. I love the straps that they're crossed. I love the row of buttons. I think it's adorable. These trousers, I know I love those. I've made those before. They are really, really cute as well. I left them a little bit longer on the bottom so that I can wear heavier boots with them without them shortening too much. So overall, I really like it. I'm sure I will wear this a lot. I'm currently wearing it with thermals underneath and it fits perfectly. I could fit more stuff underneath here, like really thick woolen socks will be perfect. And I can pair it with something on top, which makes it warmer first of all, but also takes away the blockiness, like just one pattern all over. So I think I will really enjoy wearing this with a cardigan or something as well. So all in all, very happy with it. Quite pleased indeed. I think it's cute. Thank you so much for being here and joining me on this pinafore making adventures. One can never have enough pinafores, or checkered ones, or warm autumn ones. They layered so well. Anyways, thank you for being here. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for lots more sewing videos. If you would like to support me through Patreon, there's a link in the description box. Thank you so much for your support. There is another video here that I think you might also enjoy. You can go watch next. Thank you for watching once again, and I will see you very soon in my next video.